Coming up next, the Heat taking on the Hornets. For the Miami Heat, firing on all cylinders, and their record speaks for itself. First in the league with no signs of slipping here at the halfway point. Hornets, Heat, coming up next. Don't go anywhere. Tonight, the league and all of us here at 2K Sports celebrate Noche Latina, an opportunity to spotlight the amazing Latin culture in the NBA and its global fan base. Along with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. And a look at the starters for Charlotte. We've got Cade Cunningham, Bailey out there with Khalil Ware, and it's Marbury in at the point. And for the Heat, they've got JalJohnson. He's out there with Franz Wagner. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Edgecombe, and it's Wilkins in at the one. A good chunk of the season is past us now, Grant. I'd imagine the wear and tear is adding up for some players.
Yeah, it varies from guy. A guy. You know, vets are usually dealing with something just from playing so many years. But, B.A., the rookies, they're learning now what it takes to be in NBA condition.
This is the kind of damage DeAndre Ayton can do if he gets the right positioning. Nicely done.
Cunningham passes to McGrady, and he gets it to go.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now here's Ayton. Fires the three. Good D by Cunningham. Here's Bailey. Oh! Wow! And a strong finish with two hands.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Basket counts.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. McGrady's shot is off.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
To the paint. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Marbury. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup.
Oh, what a mid-air adjustment. You know, he had to alter his release point, but didn't let it throw off the shot.
Pass to Edgecombe. To the middle. Here's Wagner. And rejected. Here's Marbury. Looking at his numbers, putting up 8 points a game. Cunningham passes to Marbury. And it's going to be a 3-second call. The Heat have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. The three from Edgecombe. And that'll be Miami's ball as it goes out of bounds. Heat able to keep the possession. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Mike Brown had a few moments to share with me. I asked him what his thoughts were on Cade Cunningham, and he said Cade is extremely talented. He's got great size. He plays under control. He's one of those guys that makes his teammates better. It's easy to see why he initiates so much of their offense. Guys?
Okay, thanks, Allie. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
He throws it down with two hands. You know he won't mess that up.
Not this guy. He is a big-time finisher. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Pass to Wilkins. Now Wagner. Basket's good.
That's about simply playing hard. Wagner doing what it takes to find a shot in the interior.
Cunningham outside. Here's Marbury. Just 5 to shoot. Charlotte needs to get off a shot. Where? That's good.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the three ball.
Miami trailing. Ayton in the high post. Here's Edgecombe. He's watched by Cunningham. And stolen by Cunningham. Over to the wing. Marbury, the pass to Bailey. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Reed's checked in for Johnson. And Charlotte making a change here. For Miami, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Wagner for 3. Outside Reed. 4-3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Yeah, Naz Reed aware that ball hits my hands, I've got to be ready to rise and fire.
Cunningham passes to McDaniels. There's a screen. Inside, Wagner with a steal. And pushing it up. Here's Miami. Ooh, poked away.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field. It seems really frustrated.
Here's Mikan. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from Reed. The Heat with the lead. Out left to the wing. Here's Wagner. And the dunk by Wagner.
I tell you, don't be surprised when Franz gets up above the rim and finishes. This guy loves to attack the basket.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Miami. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter of the game. Ellis passes to Houston. Drains the triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And so Wagner will bring it up for Miami. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Pass to Mikan. Nice D from Reed.
Boy, just tremendous effort on defense. That's a clear message from him. No easy buckets.
Miami shooting their first free throws of the game. Free throw good, Wagner.
Boy, when you look at the 6'10" Franz Wagner, what you love is the skill set. It is tailor-made for today's NBA. He can stretch you from deep. He's not afraid to mix it up on the glass. You love it.
Nails it from three.
And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
To the right side, here's Wilkins. Three-pointer, no good.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the context.
Here's McDaniels. Ellis passes to McDaniels. 6 to shoot. Here's Mikan. And that one is hammered home.
And I'll tell you what, this is a guy who doesn't take a break at all on the boards.
Yeah, doing serious work. He likes being an anchor on the glass.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
And here's Porter outside it. Fires in the triple. Porter's got 5 now.
Yeah, incredible range. Porter Jr. can cash you in from distance. He certainly did there.
Here's Houston. He's guarded by Porter. Houston gets the bucket. He has 7.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Hornets out in front. They're up by 2. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. If you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Taking a look at the Hornets' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
The Hornets with a lead. We've got Jackson, Naz Reid out there with Kevin Porter. And it's Scott in at the 4-man spot. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Out to the right wing. Here's Ware. And the three-pointer goes.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
Here's Porter. Reid for 3. He drops it from range. Reid's got his second bucket of the night.
Now, this is the value of Naz Reid, a center who can shoot it with great consistency from range.
Marbury, the pass to Harper. Here's Marbury. Down low. Ball stolen. Pass to Scott. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Outside Porter. 4 on the clock. Shoots. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Here's Bailey. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game.
Listen, we know this guy has got a solid offensive arsenal. You've got to stay on point defensively.
To the inside, where Howard down after the assist led him to the lane.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Switch here. Johnson's checked in. And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room. That can rally a franchise.
Might be undersized for a 4, but that vertical more than makes up for it.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. JalJohnson, great in the two-man game, and he talks about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. Point 5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers, I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those." Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Wagner's checked in for Jackson. Heat trail by 4. Now here's Wagner. He has 6. Off the mark there with a 3. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's McGrady. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
Wilkins, pass to Porter. From 10 feet away, McGrady grabs a miss. Hornets leading by 6. Pass to Marbury. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Heat. Outside Porter. Hits a three-pointer. Porter's got 8.
And shots like this help Porter Jr. get into a rhythm. Connecting off the catch only helps his confidence.
Here's Marbury. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And he's able to get it back. Pass to Harper. Here's Walsh. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Second chance effort. And it's Ware missing. Wagner outside. Now Reed. Wagner finds Reed. Tries the spin move. A step back shot from deep. Johnson. It's rebounded by Walsh. Hornets leading by 3. Ware attacking. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
Okay, fans, time to get on your feet and make some noise for your Miami Heat Panthers.
That's Coop. He's checked in for Miami.
Miami Heat Dancer.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
You see his active hands knocking that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there. Here's Houston. He's got 7. There's Cunningham with a 3. Rebounded by Johnson. The drive by Wagner. The 3. Edge comb, no good.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Here's Houston. Uses the glass on the layup. And now a 7-point Charlotte lead.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Wagner on the wing. Johnson a screen on McDaniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Boy, Franz Wagner, he is 6'10", folks, but really gifted offensively. Can do a little bit of everything. Nice pass there.
Now here's Cunningham. Ooh, Cunningham making moves inside.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Pass to Wagner. Inside. A slam dunk by Reed.
Yeah, Naz Reid knows the angle at which to set a screen, and he's got the mobility to be the guy to finish it.
Hornets leading by 5. Cunningham outside. Here's Mikens. McDaniels from long range. Porter pulls it in. Cunningham outside. Oh, Cunningham! A highlight!
Pretty clever move by Cunningham, calling for the play to get himself some space to work with.
Miami shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Cunningham is doubled. Pass to Mikan. Here's Bailey. He's covered by Ayton.
It would be smart to hold for the final shot.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance of momentum away from your opponent.
And that's got to hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Pass to Bailey. Beyond the arc. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Hornets. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome, folks. It's halftime, and the Charlotte Hornets are in the midst of a very close game.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion comes from inside. They're going right at the defense.
I like the aggressiveness. Don't lose steam in the second half.
And now we get to check out the top performers from their respective teams in that first half.
These two guys have been very competitive with one another. Fans are getting their money's worth right now.
That said, I feel like the guy who can incorporate his teammates in the second half, he's got the best chance to walk away with the W.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. You look at Khalil Ware, he's been playing really well.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. On the court for the Hornets, Khalil Ware out there with Bailey. Then there's Cade Cunningham, and it's McGrady in at the small forward position. Pass to Bailey. Shot clock at 6. Cuts off the pass. Down low. Here's Edgecombe. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Here's Marbury. Where the screen. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. And for the Heat, they're shooting about 56% in this one. For the lead. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Here's Bailey. And Aiden pulls it down. And so Wagner will bring it up for Miami. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. 4 on the clock. Pass to Wilkins. And he misses the go-ahead basket. And for Charlotte, they're shooting great. 62% for the field and continuing to get it done. The 3 from Edgecombe. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. And he jams it home with authority.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Johnson finds Aiden. To the middle. Here's Edgecombe. He's watched by Cunningham. Popped it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. The Hornets with a lead. Here's Marbury. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Here's McGrady. Shot clock at 5. Driving inside. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
Get up and start moving with your mascot. Let's dance.
Also checked in for Bailey.
Machine mascot, Bernie.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. There's the screen by Johnson. Here's Edgecombe. He got a piece of it, and he recovers it.
Hey, they feel tense to start the second half. They are 1 for 5, guys.
Pass to Houston. Here's McGrady. Here's Marbury. 5 to shoot. No good from outside. Heat trail by 4. Here's Wagner. And the dunk by Wagner.
Well, you love the opportunity by Franz Wagner to get out in transition, find success with an easy one.
Pass to Walsh. This one for 3. Rebound Miami. Hayden's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now here's Wagner. Wilkins, pass to Wagner. Here's Aiden. Can't tie it up. That one misses.
Well, that's surprising. This guy is a good mid-range shooter, just can't get it to go.
Here's McGrady. Give him 8. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim. Here's Edgecombe. He has 6. Fades and shoots. Rejected by Bowl. And he recovers it. And Edgecombe the bucket on the assist by Ayton. Edgecombe's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy. And boy, does he set up the open man.
The Heat making a switch here. Reed's checked in. Charlotte has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to McDaniels. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Wagner.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
The three from Edgecombe. It's good on the putback. Ayton's got 6.
Well, you have to love DeAndre Ayton's effort, intensity, and relentlessness as a rebounder.
Here's Harper. Here's Marbury. Ooh, excellent D there from Ayton. Here's Edgecombe. And the shot falls short that time.
Boy, the team doing pretty well despite his offensive struggles right now.
McDaniels passes to Mikan. Reed with the rebound. Miami has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Boy, nice pass. A little ball movement, little player movement. That's how you play this game.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. So for Miami, Scott comes in for Ayton. And it's Jackson in for Wagner. Hornets trail by 3. Pass to McDaniels. Stolen by Jackson. Out to the right wing. 19-footer. Wilkins can't hit.
All alone from mid-range. You got to think he's kicking himself.
And 1:01 left in the third. McDaniels passes to Mikan. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with the purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Here's Marbury. After the basket by Miami. Pass to Mikan. Outside McDaniels. Just 3 to shoot. Fires the 3. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 4 rebounds in the game. And pushing it up. Here's Miami. There's Jackson with the 3. Reed against McDaniels. A nice shot by Walsh.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Here's Edgecombe. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock management there.
Coaches talk about ending quarters. Well, you cannot do it better than that.
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Miami out in front, leading by 3. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Kevin Porter is out there with Wagner. Then there's Naz Reid, then it's Jackson, and it's Johnson in at the 4. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
And solid pass from Cunningham. He has a good understanding for when the defense has overcommitted.
Tipped! And it's the Hornets on the break. And Cade glides in for the transition finish. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Charlotte.
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets on the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Porter from outside.
just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And Bailey gets it to go.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Now here's Reed. From deep, Johnson. And it's Mikan with a rebound. Into the lane.
And he's showing us the handles a little bit right there. All the way to the rack.
And with the statement finish, too. Don't know how you stop that, man. Here's Porter. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
At his core, Kevin Porter Jr. is out there to get buckets and light it up. And we've seen that side of him tonight.
Now here's Cunningham with the drive. Cunningham showing the D, no mercy.
I love this game plan. That's 10 points in a row from in close.
Porter from outside. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Mikan's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Bailey. Pass to McGrady. Now here's Cunningham. Now where? Launches it. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
Following the act of shooting a three-pointer, will have 3 free throws.
And he hits the first of 3. And he's good on the second. The last one's off. They'll settle for 2. Heat trail by 6. Wilkins pass to Reed. Here's Edgecombe. The 3-ball. And there's the foul. It's on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Franz Wagner checked in for Reed. The Hornets making a switch here. Here are the Hornets with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Marbury, the pass to Cunningham. And it's Miami with a rebound. Wagner outside. Pass to Edgecombe. Miami moving it around. Sinks it from distance. Wilkins has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Here's Bailey. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And he makes the first.
At the line for the Hornets.
And he makes both free throws. Heat trail by 5. Here's Wilkins. Pass to Edgecombe. Wagner looking it over. Ayton with the stuff.
DeAndre Ayton with a big-time shot. Go ahead, young sir.
The Hornets have gotten almost all of their shots to fall in the 4th. 6 of 7. Here's Marbury. The triple drops.
These kinds of defensive breakdowns drive coaches crazy.
Wagner up top. Johnson outside. Going to work in the low block.
Boy, Franz Wagner, such a tremendous passer.
Here's Marbury. he goes. Here's Cunningham. Here's McGrady. 6 on the shot clock. Wagner with the rebound. 1:51 left in the fourth. Here's Wilkins. 20 feet away and no problem.
Since the break, it feels like an entirely new game.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Now here's Cunningham. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter. Rebounded by Ayton. Miami has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. No good. Couldn't tie it up. Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Now Wagner. 54 seconds left in the final quarter. Oh, a gorgeous feed. He hammered it down.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Now here's Ware. For 3. Wagner with the rebound.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Here's Wagner to tie it up. It's off.
Corralling defensive rebounds, such a critical aspect of your defense. Nice work.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, clock's the big factor.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
That's what you call clutch free throws, and he shuts the door on this basketball game. Great job.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. They're losing by 4. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
They're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
This is the very definition of desperation mode right now. They need a quick shot and a quick foul.
To free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, the crucial part of those free throws is that it now makes it a 2-possession game.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. There's 10 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
They need to score, and they need to do it quickly, but it is still possible here.
Team in the NBA, your Miami Heat dancers.
Johnson fires. Oh, the long ball, no good.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And so the big win by Charlotte in a tight game. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know, you have 2 choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And now, our player of the game.